Hi, I'm Mrs. Underhill, and I'd like to welcome you to first grade. So I'm going to share my screen right now so that I can teach you a little more about me and about first grade. All right, so just a little bit about me. First of all, I have wanted to be a teacher since I was a fourth grader. And so once I graduated from high school, I went to Ball State for my undergrad. And then I went to Indiana Wesleyan for my master's in education. So I've been at Durban now for 22 years. And during my time here, I've done lots of different things, but primarily I've taught first grade. And so you guys are my true love. I love first graders, and it's like my favorite grade. So I'm super excited to have you guys this year. These are just some of my favorite things. So my family and I love to go camping, and we like to go kayaking and hiking. And then also, I love, 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 love animals. And you'll see that here once I show you my family. If you also notice, I like chocolate. So I like Reese's peanut butter cups and dark chocolate. And then I just love to bake things too. So I think that says a lot about me. I like sweets. So my family includes my husband, Sean. So we've been married for 23 years. And then let me move my picture off. This is my daughter, McKinley, and her llama, Confetti. And she is going to be 16 years old next week. And she's a sophomore in high school. And she shows confetti and llama shows. So we do it at the fair and different llama shows in different states besides Indiana. Sometimes we travel to Michigan or Kentucky or Illinois to show her llama. And then this is my son, Elias. He is 13. He's an eighth grader this year. And he's with our dog, Nikolai. And so if you notice, we were at McGregor Park when we took that picture because Elias is a Boy Scout. And so we do lots of different hiking and backpacking things with the Boy Scouts. And then these are my other three babies. So this is Lucky, this is Ziva, and this is Nikolai. And so you'll hear lots of things about animals in my life and my kids, and of course, Mr. Sean. So on Tuesday this week, you were able to pick up your materials. Hopefully you got your iPad. If you weren't able to get here, please stop by Durban and make sure you're picking these things up because you'll need these to get started. So you saw I gave you a stack of black and white books, so I want you to hold on to those because I'll be asking you to pull those out during some of our lessons. Then, of course, you got a whiteboard and some dice. Those are some tools that we'll be using. So keep those, make sure you know where they're at. And then this sheet is about our everyday math website. And so we'll get into that a little bit later, but hold on to all these things because they're going to be super important. These are your math books that you received. And then this is your logons that you would need to get onto the different websites in Canvas. So make sure that you're kind of keeping all that stuff together. These are all things that you're going to need. And another thing you want to start thinking about is like a nice quiet space where you're going to be able to do your work and do Zooms with Mrs. Underhill where you're not interrupted by things. And you know what? A great place to keep all of this stuff would be in that nice space that you're going to do your schoolwork. So if you haven't thought about that yet, now would be a great time to come up with a plan of where you're going to be doing your work and keeping all these materials, because sometimes Mrs. Underhill will ask you to have them and you need to know where they are pretty quick so we can keep moving in our lesson. So hopefully once you got your iPad, you were able to log into Canvas. That's going to be our platform for pretty much all of our lessons and information that you need for first grade. So here's how you log on. And once you log on, you're going to see the main Hamilton Southeastern page that they set up. You'll want to go and click on the virtual instruction button at the bottom. Now mine is showing up purple. On Canvas, it's going to show up as a yellow button. So when you click that, that's going to take you to Mrs. Underhill's Canvas class page. And that's where you're going to find all your information. So make sure you look for that. So this is kind of a draft of what our daily schedule will look like. Things that we know for sure at times will be our live Zoom every day at 9 a.m. It'll be about 15 minutes or so in length, Monday through Thursday. But then on Fridays, it's going to be a bit longer. We're going to do a little bit more with our community circle and some different lesson plans. And then our related arts time is going to be 12:55 to 1:15 every day, Monday through Friday. And this will tell you which special that you have each day. So if you notice, it also has 9:15 to 11:45 and then 12:30 to 3. This is where I'm going to be meeting with you guys through Zoom, either in small groups or individually. And so my goal is to have that schedule created and sent to you the Friday before the next week, every week. So that way you'll know exactly what times you need to tune in. It's probably going to work out, if I have it kind of worked out in my mind, that I will Zoom with you during one of those times every day. So I will always send that schedule out the Friday before, so that way you can kind of plan in your week when you will be with me. So this is kind of what the typical academic time is going to look like as we're in virtual learning.
Ms. Kibbett, call the office, please.
Oops, you can tell I'm at school. So then also we will do reading, and you'll get a mini lesson every day for reading, and then there may be some type of activity that you need to do and turn in to me that goes along with that on Canvas. And then this is so, so important. I'm going to ask you to read every day for 20 minutes. That can be you reading, that can be your parents reading to you, okay? But reading is so important, and it needs to be built into your routine. I know when McKinley and Elias were little, I would read to them every night before they went to bed. So, and they both have a huge love for reading because we just made that an important part of our day. So writing, I will have a mini lesson, and there'll be probably some sort of thing to go along with that. And math is the same way. So then again, we'll have small group in-person sessions also each day, and that schedule will come out on Friday. And then assignments are due 24 hours after I've posted them. So once you're looking at the recording lessons, everybody should have time to do that in the morning once they're posted, or the afternoon, or if you're not able to get to them in the evening, that's fine too. So just some Zoom expectations. Last spring when we had to go virtual due to the pandemic, we just didn't really get into this a lot, I know. And so this year we just want to make sure that you know these expectations going into it. It will just make our Zoom times together so much better, and we'll just be able to do way more. So first off, even starting this week, when you meet with me either Thursday or Friday for your personal one-on-one Zoom, could you please make sure you type the name on the device of your student? So that way when you're in the waiting room, I can see who it is. And that just alleviates any safety concerns if I know that it's you and that you're part of our class. Just also let the kids know they need to keep their background the same. Really, we don't need a virtual background, but if they do choose one, then they need to just set it and leave it be. A lot of kids like to change those repeatedly during the Zoom, and then it's just super distracting, and we really know they're not paying attention to what's happening in class. Just coming to the Zoom with a calm body, finding your good quiet workspace. And then again, we talked about the supplies, having those all nearby. So if we need the dry erase board or the dice or whatever, it's really handy and they don't have to take long to find it. And then just not having food or snacks around during the Zooms would be helpful. And then just being respectful, and we'll talk more about this as we get into it, but staying muted, just trying to be calm, not showing things on their screen when they're really supposed to be listening. And then just turning off other things. So no phones around, no other iPads, turning off the TV, and just having those things as no distractions for them. So I just want to thank all of you guys for your flexibility. We are all learning this together. I primarily used Seesaw last year, so really I've been learning about Canvas just the last week or so and really trying to get that all figured out. So I know many of you are doing the same. I know some of you probably had more experience with it even than I have, if you've had older kids using it. But we're just kind of learning this together, and we're going to do our best to figure it out this year. I'm super excited, and hopefully we will get this all taken care of together. So as always, if you need something, let me know. Um, it's going to be really important to have communication this year, just with me not being able to see the kids every day in person. So don't hesitate to ask me questions or let me know if something's happening that you think could be affecting your child in any way with their learning. So thank you all so much, and I hope you all stay safe and healthy.